Hey guys, welcome back to Fragrance. Still kind of bad weather going on here, but in the spirit of warmer weather coming up, I want to do this video. I wore this fragrance today already. I've already actually done 2 applications of it. And I'm going to probably wear this to the gym as well. And I wanted to just do a review because I need to do a review of this one. And I think that pretty much all of you should have this in your collection. I'm not usually gonna go out on a limb and say that you need something in your collection. You don't need this, but I think for the price that you can get this for, it's such a steal. And frankly, the brand is just kick-ass. The scent is kick-ass. The value is just totally there, and this has been just kind of forgotten and lost in the vast array of flankers that have come out since the original release of Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue. This is the original EDT, and this is one of my favorite fragrances. I gotta tell you guys, this is my second bottle. This is a full 4.2 ounce. The sizing's a little weird on this fragrance. Like I said, this is a 125 ml. I believe it's 2.5 ounce, 4.2 ounce, 1 ounce. Maybe they have a smaller size than that. Not to my knowledge, I don't know. But this fragrance has been out for, I think, over a decade. And yeah, this is just awesome. I love this fragrance. I like this. I reviewed K a few days ago. I think this is significantly better than K, and I think that K is a good fragrance. So that should tell you what I think about this. Now, I'll do a couple sprays on the tester strip. Atomizer is not too great on this fragrance. It's pretty weak output. You could definitely dial up your sprays when you're wearing this. I'll get to that. But I mean, this is just really good quality. It smells, I think something like Beach Walk from Maison Margiela. That's a scent that to me really evokes like the smell of preparing to go to the beach, in the sense that it has that kind of sunscreen, coconutty sunscreen vibe that you would get and that you'd smell kind of, you bundled up in the car with your family heading to the beach. This smell, it doesn't smell like the beach, but when I smell it, it evokes memories of being somewhere at the, with a beach setting. It's super fresh, super fresh citrus with a tiny hint of incense in the backdrop. And that's really pretty much all I get, in addition to this kind of salty, lightly salty accord mixed in. I don't have the notes in front of me, and I'm not going to turn my back and read those off to you guys, because I feel very confident that I can describe the essence of this without needing to give you guys a note breakdown. And if you want the note breakdown, you can just find it on Fragrantica or anywhere else online. But what I get is a hefty dose of grapefruit, a little bit of a sea salt, and a little bit of incense in the base. The incense doesn't start coming out until, I want to say, like hour into the fragrance. Longevity of the fragrance, you're not looking at great longevity with this, and I think that's a big reason why this has kind of been forgotten. Longevity, I can get a good maybe 3 hours out of this, and by the third hour, it's definitely becoming more of a skin scent. First hour, super solid projection. Smelling this out in the air, it smells absolutely fantastic. You could wear this. I mean, it's pretty cold today. I'm still wearing this. It smells terrific. You don't need to wear this in the summer. Now, it would probably be best to wear this in the summer because that's the vibe that this fits most. But can wear it whenever. You can absolutely dress this up. You can absolutely wear this casually. The cap is this super cheap plastic cap, literally like no weight to it whatsoever. You have this kind of glossy blue on the top, and it snaps into place. I'm picking this up by the cap right now. It's actually like kind of on there. Oh, and there it goes. I would not recommend picking this up by the cap. It's just a really flimsy cap. The bottle, I think the bottle is fitting because it's this nice, somewhat like this sanded beach glass kind of look that the bottle has to it, which is a little bit frosted, and inside you just have this slightly yellowish green liquid. Now, as I said, this is an EDT, so projection is going to be pretty good. Longevity, very weak, as I said earlier, but it really isn't an issue because you can just reapply this. And honestly, let me get to the price. I picked this up for, I think, $32 on, I forget the discounter. There's pretty much every discounter I think has this now. I want to say I might have picked this up from Aura Fragrance, which if you guys aren't familiar with Aura Fragrance, I'm just going to do you all a huge solid. I don't know why more people aren't talking about Aura Fragrance on this platform. Absolutely terrific seller based in Texas. And I believe it's like they do wholesale, but they also sell directly to consumers. So you're getting like wholesale prices, but in your individual capacity. It's really, really good. I pretty much always find their prices to be the lowest that like I pretty much can find anywhere online. When they do have a fragrance in stock, absolutely. If you want to check out or you're in the market for a new fragrance, I would absolutely recommend checking out the offerings from Aura Fragrance before looking anywhere else, because I have gotten some absolute steals. Now, disclaimer, this is a tester. You can't tell, but it says it's engraved into the bottom. But I might have got this from them. Even if I didn't, you can find this for like $35 for the full size 125 ml. That is a lot of fragrance at this quality for the money. And when I say this quality, I mean this just smells so good. This is not going to offend anyone at all. The citrus is done expertly. The saltiness adds this just the best touch, and that little bit of incense just adds some character to this. It's so good. I have tried a decent amount of the flankers. I've tried Italian Love. I've tried Oh Intense. I've tried, I believe it's Love is Love. And I think one other. And this is still my favorite. I think that this is just iconic at this point. There's a reason that this stuff still sells so well. I'm actually kind of shocked that it sells for as cheap as it does on discounters. I think the only reason for that is because influencers don't talk about this anymore, and because of all the flankers that the brand keeps putting out. But there's a reason they still make this, and there's a reason it still sells. This is an incredible fragrance. This might be, this is up there with my top 5 favorite warm weather fragrances of all time. And honestly, the versatility on this is off the charts. It's so nice. If you don't mind reapplying this throughout the day, this is such a killer. Absolutely. To be honest, Dolce & Gabbana just makes really nice fragrances in the designer market, in designer realm in general. The One is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. And this is really high up there. This is just really good. I think that if you've ever heard of this and wanted to buy it, or if you haven't heard of it but it sounds interesting to you, this is your wake-up call and your little kick to maybe go out and at least buy like a small, like a 1 ounce of this. I'm not gonna say that I generally, gotta be honest, I'm not into the whole sampling thing. I think that if you have the money, you should just go out and buy the smallest version of the fragrance, as long as it's cheap. If it's an expensive fragrance, I'm totally on board with sampling. Absolutely do not waste your money buying a full-size bottle of a fragrance that you have no idea if you're gonna like. But if the fragrance is like this and it's $30, plus or minus a few bucks, I don't think you're really out that much if you end up not liking the fragrance. You could just gift it to someone or something like that. I don't think it's worth it paying the premium that you pay for a sample for a fragrance that's already as cheap as this is. And this is just awesome. So I've said enough about this. I just really wanted to do this review because I love this fragrance. I will be continuously wearing this and putting a bigger and bigger dent into my newest bottle. And yeah, I hope you guys got something of value out of this video, and I will see you in the next one. Also, gonna have to do a review of my next Imaginary Authors fragrance coming up in the next video or two, and that is gonna be Cape Heartache. Much more excited about this one than Bull's Blood, and that's because this one's actually killer fragrance. So anyway, check this one out. If you haven't, at least give it a sniff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.